What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Civilization 5 AI only Africa battle. We've got a few big things going on at the moment. It looks like Tunis may be the second civ to be eliminated following the Ashanti as Morocco begin the siege of their city here in the desert, which sucks for them, but they haven't been having the best game really. We've got the Mazai, who, despite me saying they didn't have much of a chance, they are getting close to taking the Ethiopian capital. They have a lot of units down here in the south. Mercuria are at war with the Garamantes, and I think we're going to have to, I don't know what's going to happen here, because the Garamantes have sent this army a long way. Mercuria also just settled here recently too. We've got a Malian army heading this way too, though, which would be worrying for Mercuria. Other news, the Congo obviously just got out of that war with Rwanda, and they didn't have to take the city in the end. I think they took it and then peaced out, or they were going to take it anyway, but obviously they might have got it in the peace deal. Rhodesia are trying to attack Kilwa with little success. We've seen no one really have success at attacking Kilwa yet. And the Zulu have obviously now got 2 cities on Madagascar, which is great for them, but they're about to be joined by Zimbabwe over here, who's still pumping out a lot of settlers. Zimbabwe doing a good job there. Meanwhile, Shaka still pretty reliant on his impies, and he does have another settler heading out. People who like shiny things the most. There you go, Zimbabwe with the most money. Obviously, a lot more than everyone else, but obviously they might be spending it or just not making any. Doesn't really matter either way. But yeah, that's turn 250, so we're halfway to turn 300, and next turn we should see the elimination of Tunis and Morocco. Slowly growing. Still no Iberian War. Talking about it all the time. Just anticipation. I think it's going to be great when it happens. France are just sort of doing their own thing here. That's fine. Just ignore them. Rome having a weird game because they've built a ton of units in this city over here. And actual, like, the good cities like Vienna, Antium here are pretty exposed. Even Rome itself is pretty exposed. But obviously the fact that they have this to the west of Greece will keep Greece from probably attacking them for now. But it does... You have to be worried if you were Austria. You would have to be worried. Byzantium obviously took this city in the last video, which was very good for them considering it was the Ottomans that attacked them. For them to be able to grab that city, that's impressive. Assyria look like, sadly, they might... If they are they trading? Oh, they're trading with Armenia. I was going to say, it looks like they might be about to attack Armenia, though, which isn't good news for the Armenians. Parthia look like they could be about to be invaded by Persia, which will be a tough one because of these mountains. They'll definitely make it tough to take that city. Let's go have a look then, because Morocco go first. And they did. Yep, there you go. They have taken Sfax. I have no idea how to pronounce that. Sfax. But there you go. The Tunisian city has fallen. Tunis are eliminated. And now Morocco and Carthage looking both okay on the North African coast, but I imagine peace will not last too long over here. Obviously the Vandals too, although the Vandals, I keep criticising them, but they're a bit spread out. They do have Gatling guns, which is impressive. They're obviously doing very well for science from this jungle. Congo have Gatling guns too at the moment. They just got them. We see Burundi trading with the Congos. They're obviously not bothered about the fact that the Congo attacked them recently down here. It's very hard to see their borders, but they are quite big. They're quite a big chunk. Between those 3 cities, even Rwanda have got pretty big borders on the map, although a lot of it is the lake, but it's pretty cool. Mazai starting to look very cool on the mini-map down there, just a solid chunk of red, and they are trying, and I think they might actually do this. They've killed all the Ethiopian units now. They've got enough round, as long as they don't make a stupid peace deal, and it does look like Mercuria will probably kill the Garamantes units and probably take this city too. And World Congress welcomes city-states now. I mean, there is none. Choose a host. Good. Get rid of me. I don't want to host it anymore. I don't want to keep having to pick. Although it doesn't actually matter because like, I found a way around it again. Normally I'd have to do what I'm doing, but it'll be fine. Zimbabwe with a 2nd settler heading over here. We obviously saw the Zulu with a 3rd settler. So Madagascar going to fill up. Those resources going to be gone. And it's going to help the Zulu and Zimbabwe. Particularly the Zulu on the east coast. This jungle is going to help them gain some science. Maybe catch up with their northern rivals who are a little bit ahead of them. These guys to the north, and Zimbabwe have another settler going this way. There's a Congo, looks like a little naval fleet, maybe planning something sneaky. We'll see what they do. To be fair, Congo is destroying a lot of their forest. Like, this was all jungle, and now it's completely just gone. You know, we can see definitely where the roads are going. They are deforesting, which is, I mean, it's not cool, but it is pretty cool considering this is only a game. You know, it's fine. It doesn't matter. They don't have to worry about climate change. Could you imagine that in Civ? Like climate change? If all the forest gets chopped down, the sea starts to take like grow, take away your coastal tiles. That'd be pretty cool. And like the environment changing. I've always said I'd like to see natural disasters. That'd be pretty cool. If not a bit harsh, if you had to get like hit by a giant earthquake, that would suck. But it would be pretty cool. But yeah, like the environment changing. Like you can see the desert moving, maybe down the map. Yeah, down the map. Well, it would stay here, but more like down this way would become more deserty. I think, probably, something like that. I'm sure of it. So Tunis are gone, which means Ethiopia is now probably the biggest war because Kilwa are doing fine. They're holding off their enemies. They're also pretty big. The Southern Civs, they're a lot bigger than we realised, I think, at times. Like Kilwa, they're not having the greatest game, but they look pretty big. Rhodesia grabbing another wonder in the porcelain tower. They're not dominating on wonders, although I feel like the wonder part of the info edit might be broken for some reason because no one seemed to have a lot, and I swear some people have more than what they've got on there. So if we focus on this area, this is where the main two wars are going on right now. I will keep an eye on what Mali are doing, because obviously there's a big force, and it's kind of like the big force of West Africa leaving West Africa. So I'm not really sure what's going to happen over here. Like even Benin look like they have a chance right now, because they have more units than anybody around them. But yeah, Mali just sort of leaving their territory, which is quite expansive, vast. No, Mali are one of the biggest ones on land area, I believe. And they did just settle another city. Maybe they were just being very protective of their settler. That's probably what it was. Who is this? I have no idea. Yeah, I have no idea who that is, but I imagine it's somebody like Oman. Someone like that who's very far behind, because they've only just entered the Renaissance era. They're probably not having a good game. Maybe Benin. I don't know, someone who's probably Benin actually. Benin, Oman, one of those, I don't really know. Not trying to guess by the name, but they're the two that stick out as like very far behind. And they're new names for mods that I haven't used in a while. Yeah, actually it's not Oman. I think it must be Benin. I'll check in a second, but I think I remember the Oman leader's name actually. But yeah, it's like of the new mods. Might have been Kilwa, but I feel like they're already ahead of the Renaissance era, but not really sure. We'll find out in a second anyway. Nigeria and Zimbabwe, peace out. I didn't even know they were at war. Not that it mattered. Nigeria are all messed up over here because of the Vandals being here. And I imagine the problem for the Vandals is if they are going to be taken out, it's going to be by the Congo because they're the only ones really strong enough around here to do it. And that kind of sucks because that's going to make it harder. Oh no, it was Tunis. Entered the Renaissance era. How on earth did they manage that? Yeah, it was one of the new civs, but that I've not used before, but I don't know how they manage that, considering they don't have any units. Well, they have units wandering the map, but they don't have any cities, so that's impressive. The Vandals pieced out with Greece. Oh my goodness, you just gave them... Okay, so the first European into North Africa is Greece. I have no idea why they gave them this, but this is huge for Greece. They can now start sending stuff over, maybe even start conquering in Africa, because they seem to have hit a brick wall that is Rome. That they don't want to attack Rome and fight on the east and west. In particular, here in the east, this is quite a lot of units from Rome that could easily get to Greece. Obviously, they can make progress this way, but they'll be losing that way. So they're trying to avoid Rome, and they can't really go anywhere else. Even Austria would be pretty tough just because of the mountains. So yeah, maybe this could really help Greece find a way into Africa. And there we go, the first city of these East African wars, and there we go, the Garamantes losing another city. Mercuria must have quite a bit of land area right now. These two cities to the south, and obviously this one up, Dongola, their capital, cover quite a big amount of land. These two new ones obviously will help as well. And maybe not. Doesn't look like Ethiopia. Obviously, I think they've got their own religion, and I do believe they've got the pantheon or belief that means, you know, the one they usually go for. So attacking Ethiopia was always going to be tough. Going to have high city defense, but we'll see what the Mazai can do. They've got a lot of units. They've got a lot of boats, the Mazai, which is probably smart because I mean that's the way Rhodesia, someone like that, could get to them. And there we go. We do now have two Zimbabwean cities on the west of Madagascar, both coastal. All of them are coastal so far, and I imagine the Zulu will be settling maybe in the south here, or maybe they'll go up towards the northeast of the island very soon, but that's going to be interesting. Maybe more tension in South Africa between Zulu and Zimbabwe, although maybe the Congo might be about to attack the Zulu. I don't know, that's probably not going to work. I don't really know what the Congo are doing, but they're having a look around, seeing what they can find. Let's see, it's the Mazai's turn. Maybe they just haven't really properly started sieging. Okay, it's going to be a grind, but I mean, they might be able to do this. They've got enough crossbowmen. They could do like some catapults or trebuchets or even cannons we've seen people got now. Just some sort of artillery siege type unit to help them get this job done, but they don't seem to have access to those right now, which does suck for them. Mali, what are you doing with this army? Why do you need it? Maybe they can't get them home now. Oh no, they still have. I think they still have open borders with Oh no, maybe they don't have open borders through Nigeria anymore. Maybe that's the problem. No, this worker's in Nigeria. Never mind. I believe Gao is the biggest city in the game right now. 29 population. Let's just have a look. Let me know in the comments, where would you like to live in this world? It's something I always do at some point. Where would you like to live? Morocco have just completed the Brandenburg Gate. That's a cool wonder to get for Morocco. And it shows they're doing okay, I guess, for technology. Paris 25. Paris is probably like, I'm going to be honest, Paris is like the place to live. I don't think France have been in a war all game. Maybe they actually, they might have had a mini war with Spain at the start, but yeah, I don't think France have been in a war, so Paris is probably the best place to be, I'm going to be honest. But, you know, excluding them, French settler heading towards Brittany. About time. I don't know where else you'd settle. I mean, everyone else has been a bit there's been wars everywhere else. I mean, Armenia's capital, I mean, in the mountains, maybe not that great, I don't know. Persia, they've been quiet all game. Maybe over here in Persepolis, maybe down here in Susa by the coast, who knows, maybe that'd be a nice place to live. See, Babylon have been in a lot of wars. Arabia did try to fight Oman, that didn't go too well. And obviously all of Africa, I think every civ in Africa has been in at least one war, and there's any peaceful civs. Egypt's pretty close, but they did try and take Mercuria out at one point, and they've built up an army again, or at least it's come home from wherever it was, because they looked weak a little while ago. But this is pretty good, and they've got some good population, so I'm sure they'll be okay. They're really developed by this river. I'd expect them, even though it's desert, I'd still expect them to build some farms, like just to, you know, get some more food. But apparently not. They don't want to do that, that's fine. Zimbabwe looks huge on the map down here, but it is just vast expanses of emptiness. They are starting to build roads, which is good. Not to everything. Oh, it's all connected. Yeah, it is all just about connected. Maybe not the most efficient way, but like if you going this way, it's probably not as quick as going all the way around here. But it's pretty cool. Rhodesia also have a long road between all their cities. Congo, as you'd expect, yeah, theirs seems to be a bit more efficient. Their roads are not. They're just more like a spider's web instead of just one long line. Rwanda don't even need roads anymore. I mean, think about it that way. I mean, they started building one and gave up. It would have saved them. They don't need one anymore. I guess that's the benefit of only having one city. How are you doing? How are you doing, Mazai? Are you gonna do this or not? Because you're kind of like, where the world, it's been quite a peaceful world, despite, like, there's been a lot of war, but, you know, there's not much going on. So, at the moment in particular, you know, if the Mazai could, you know, keep this going, at least until something big breaks out, because at the moment everyone else is just pretty chill. But yeah, Greece getting a city in North Africa, that could be really important. Obviously, it sucks for the Vandals. Keeping an eye on Carthage. They've looked pretty strong. The problem is they've built a lot of boats in the Mediterranean, which isn't necessarily a problem. They can deal with the Europeans, but obviously, we need to keep an eye on Morocco. Who, to be fair, Morocco have a lot of boats out in the Atlantic, so that'll be interesting. Portugal, I wonder if we'd see maybe Carthage, Morocco teaming up to fight Portugal. That's maybe another possibility of a war, something like that. Because if one of them could grab Braga, particularly Morocco, they'd have access to the Mediterranean. Obviously, it wouldn't really matter if Carthage got it, they still wouldn't be able to get out to the Atlantic. But yeah, if Morocco got access to the Mediterranean, that would allow them to use their boats, and maybe an attack on Carthage would be even easier afterwards. There we go, finally, France kicking to life with their fourth city, Troyes. That's definitely not how you say it, but I'm gonna stick with it. Just go with it, it'll be fine. Oh no, Austria have a settler too, and they're fine. Oh no. I thought they were going to settle in this wheat land that I said would be good a couple of videos ago, but that doesn't look like it's going to happen. Sucks. Did the Zulu's third settler? Oh, it's still on its way. It's making it. Where's this Congo army going? I have no idea. Probably to, like, attack someone stupid, like Kilwa, something like that. Just come for something random. Okay, the Mazai really are trying, but it's not going their way. But we'll find out how they do in the next episode. As always, if you have enjoyed, be sure to leave a like and a comment with any feedback, or just let me know you liked it. That's awesome. Thank you so much for watching, as always. I always do this. I always ask twice. It's just me being greedy. But be sure to subscribe if you are new. But thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.